I did not grow up at all with a military background. And so it really wasn't until I met Matt, my husband, that I was really introduced to this whole world.
Say hi fast.
Both deployments were similar in Iraq and Afghanistan. He was an MP, or military police. He later went on to the police academy and became a police officer, and he was still in the reserves. I actually remember very vividly that weekend. I could tell he wasn't right, but he wasn't complaining. He sort of had that typical soldier attitude of soldiering on, of just, continue through the day. And so I said, let's just go to the urgent care. And he told them that he wasn't feeling well, said that he had some sort of heaviness on his chest, and said, but it's just strep throat. Somebody else on my squad had strep throat. That's all it is. And they did 2 different strep tests. In the middle of the night, I heard what sort of just sounded like loud breathing, and I'm sort of nudging him, thinking it's snoring. And he's not sort of moving or acknowledging. And so I'm nudging him and nothing. And I hear this sort of like breath, like a big breath. And then we buried him the following Monday. It wasn't until years later that I really started to look into it and wonder how this happened. I'm looking at everything. I am 2 in the morning researching anything I can find. And so it really was trying to piece together a massive puzzle. Both deployments were similar. There were high levels of toxins. That was not something that would be allowed here in the States. So he was breathing that in, and he was right there. I think my husband's reluctance to talk about it is probably a shared experience with a lot of veterans. You're sort of taught to keep going. Had they asked the question, had somebody made a connection of, this person's sick, they're complaining about their chest, and they were also deployed in a combat zone, we might want to do additional testing. Any raising of the hand to say, I think something's wrong, is deemed weakness. And I think that's what I would change, is to remove the stigma of weakness around saying I'm not well.